Old World, Wisconsin is one of the state's most recognized symbols of historical preservation. Visitors are in awe of their shared cultural heritage, the rescued buildings, the interactive history, and certainly the entertainment.
My family has enjoyed coming to Old World, Wisconsin and seeing all of the people in period costumes, exploring the houses and buildings, seeing how people work and live. My kids especially like the animals.
This historic attraction opened in 1976 as a flagship site for the Wisconsin Historical Society. People have recognized this dynamic site's need for private donations as well as public funds. In 1984, the nonprofit organization now known as Old World Foundation was formed. It has gifted more than $9 million in grants and donations to Old World.
I would not be able to do what I want to do at Old World, Wisconsin in terms of our long-term vision to be an interactive learning facility without the support of the Old World Foundation.
Old World Foundation's mission is to enhance the preservation of Wisconsin history through local and independent support of Old World visitation, educational outreach, and maintenance of artifacts and buildings.
State funding only goes so far, and a lot of the programs and projects that are so necessary to make this site dynamic and really engaging to guests. The support comes from individual donors so that we can continue the tradition. By learning our history and our past, we can be prepared for our future.
Old World Foundation deeply appreciates their friends, who can designate the specific project or program they would like to fund.
I think it's important that we support education and history about how we settled here in the Middle West of America. I think the Old World Foundation ends up being the vehicle which we can all participate in supporting this historical site.
We give to the Old World Foundation because that's a venue of a legacy. It will be there for in perpetuity, and it'll be something that our next generations can enjoy. And so it's very important to give to a foundation.
The foundation plays an important role in enhancing the visitor experience by funding special events, workshops, and the replication of artifacts that guests can look at, touch, and use.
Especially the 4th of July celebration, I really like all the speeches that go on and how all the audience participates with it. I really like the parade, and they make all the flower crowns. It's something they can actually do versus just see or read, and I think that's really cool.
Hip hip hooray!
Historic preservation, restoration, and maintenance is extremely important to Old World Foundation. From repairs and painting to installation of sun-filtering film on windows to protect interiors and artifacts.
Old World, Wisconsin is the steward of tens of thousands of historic artifacts, buildings, and the objects that furnish them. They are the most direct link that we in the present have with life in the past. It takes a lot of resources, person hours, specialists' involvement, and things as basic as storage boxes.
Old World, Wisconsin is home to over 100 heritage breed animals. The foundation has been a strong partner in acquiring, feeding, and providing veterinary care to these animals.
The heritage breeds that we have here at Old World, Wisconsin are living history. These animals, they let us see and feel, touch, smell, and even sometimes taste the way our ancestors lived.
Old World, Wisconsin is home to over 20 breathtaking heirloom gardens, which are tended with care by the historic gardener and her many volunteers. The foundation has provided funding for seed, bulbs, tools, and more.
People can step into the gardens and feel like they've stepped back in time. They can meet the plants, they can pet them, they can sniff them, they can love the texture, the taste, the visual beauty of them.
Old World Foundation believes in educating children and follows through on that promise by providing funding to hundreds of lower-income students by way of a school field trip subsidy program. Every year, over 100 interpreters and volunteers bring Wisconsin history to life for over 70,000 visitors. Old World Foundation provides funding towards historic clothing for the interpreters.
One of the things that makes Old World such a fantastic experience is the details, and the clothing is such a huge part of that. And it's not an easy or cheap thing to do, but it's so important that our interpreters look and act and feel the part.
The Foundation is passionate about Old World Wisconsin. Its inspiring stories and engaging exhibits deserve to be enjoyed now and preserved for future generations.
Tin cup. There you go.
Old World Wisconsin is the premier hands-on history destination for the Midwest.
We bring history to life, and that means stories, and stories are relevant to every single guest who comes through our doors.
This site is a place that you can return to over and over and over. And Old World Wisconsin, it's a place that you fall in love with.
Old World Wisconsin is a place to share family memories and to create new ones.
It's a wonderful place to visit and to bring your children to understand the heritage and how early settlers came to this part of the Midwest.
Old World Wisconsin allows us to step back in history and really live it and feel like we're right there.
It's original, it's authentic, and it's fun.
Your support is crucial. Please consider giving to this dynamic historic site through Old World Foundation today.